Welcome to Sophie Bouvier Ausländer's second solo exhibition at the gallery entitled Words, Works, Worlds. It circles around one main piece that's called Ways of World Making / Self-Portrait, which she has made for her PhD thesis at Slade last year. It's a library that contains all the books she's read for a thesis. So it's the complete bibliography that is exhibited here. And it is a library-like structure that has flexible elements that can actually move around, and you can take the books, read them, put them back in. You can navigate around the sculpture. You can actually walk in. It's a circular structure, the way it's displayed at the gallery, and this way you can access it from all different points. It almost feels chapel-like. There's a spiritual atmosphere with the light sifting through the different openings. It's almost like a stained glass cathedral type atmosphere. Ways of world making, the sculpture ties in very well with Sophie Bouvier Ausländer's oeuvre in general. Her main topic is our planet, which is the sculpture par excellence. So the surface of our Earth, which is sculpted by us as human beings, she reflects in the microcosm in her art. So one of the main mediums she uses for that is maps, because maps represent our fascination, our documentation of the Earth. So they constantly reappear in her oeuvre and also in this exhibition. An important early series is called Avalanche. The avalanche representing the covering up. So she's covering up the map with color. In her case, mostly gouache, and another layer of wax, which represents a skin-like quality. And then she starts digging into the covered surface, revealing parts of what's beneath, colors, could be broad cities, but at the same time recharging the surface, recharging the map. Another important series is called Radar, where she's been using aerial maps, and they of course have a different function. They have a specific purpose, how to utilize them, and she has reflected that in her way of working on the maps, in creating these diagonal corridors that run across all these radar maps. Another point she finds fascinating about the aerial maps is that you basically only travel as far as you can see, which is something that chimes very much with our times, how we move today. Another series that's very recent and important and also a step forward is the so-called Financial Times series, where she uses actually the pink idiosyncratic paper, again covers it with paint and wax, and starts working into it. But because of the surface of the paper, it rips much more, it tears much more, so it's a much more brutal, violent method. As it's of course news or media that she's covering up, completely obliterating, but in a way also rearranging or reworking, she lays out a post-pandemic vision, if you want. In this exhibition, based on the knowledge of the sculpture piece, Ways of World Making, in combination with the series based on maps and newspapers, you could say that Sophie Bouvier Ausländer launches a new beginning based on existing parameters.